Hello and welcome to Bahraini Dishes Cooking Show. My name is Chef Ali Youssef and today I'll be cooking for you Madrooba. Madrooba, it's like rice and chicken. It depends also in which one. It mostly goes with chicken or shrimps actually. That's the best. It goes with anything you want, trust me. Right, for us today we're going to make it with chicken. All I will need is rice, onions, tomatoes. Today I'm not using whole spices, I'm using powder like I have cardamom, cumin and the rest there. And then I have also coriander, chicken and water. Let's saute the onion first. Then we'll saute it for till it gets goldish, and then we go with the second ingredients. Madrooba is one of the easiest dish you can make and you can eat. It has nothing, you don't have to use your hand. You can just eat it with, either with fork or spoon, whatever makes you happy. And it's easy to eat. Either you want to make spicy, then you add fresh chilies or chili powder or chili flakes. You want it sour, then you add to it squeezed lemon or add more lemon powder. It depends on how flavored you want it to be. It will be. There is nothing impossible in cooking, by the way. And also it's famous actually, this dish in Kuwait as well. They do it as well. They're exactly the same. It might be slightly little bit different, but not that different. So take the onion, timing with it, that it gives you the different flavor actually, the texture of it. This now at the moment you see it whitish, it gives you another flavor. When it goes to brown, it gives you another texture. When it goes a bit more darker, goldish, also give you another texture. I prefer when you go gold, slightly brown, that's the best color that you can get and texture of it. And also it gives you the food color as well. Let it saute there first. Let me cut some parsley, let me chop it a little bit. Just get it ready for later. What I like about this dish, just throw things together and everything is gonna get ready. Right, here's another thing also with Madrooba. Some people, they like to make it with vine leaves, which it can be happen also. And if you want to do it with vine leaves, that's totally fine. All you have to thinly sliced vine leaves. Depends on the quantity. It depends on how you want it and how much you want it to be with that leaves and how much you like it too. The onion is almost there. I could have done it actually today, but I want to do the basic one, the real one. And today also I got chicken fillet because don't want the hassle of taking the bones off, cook it separate, and then add it here, and that's a long process. Just get boneless chicken, and then life is beautiful. Now I'm going to add the chicken into it. And once again, the salt always, not really always, but I prefer in some dishes you have to add it right in the end, because the salt is just giving you the flavor, the final flavor actually, not the exact flavor of whatever you're cooking. I'm gonna close it for 10 minutes and we get back to you. Welcome back, and we're back after 10 minutes, and that smells good. What I have to do is now to actually put the rest of the ingredients, starting with the spices first. I'm going to add a little bit of salt for now, not all of it, yeah, because we're adding the rest of it later. Then start with garlic powder. That's half tablespoon. Bahraini bzar, 1 tablespoon. Followed by cumin powder, half tablespoon. Then you have coriander powder, half tablespoon. Keep going. Then we have turmeric powder, half tablespoon. Then an optional red chili powder. I'm going to put half tablespoon. After here we're done with spices. Also, I'm going to put Maggi mix. Gives it nice chicken flavor. 1 tablespoon. Then we mix everything together. Gently mix it. See a beautiful color you got in there. Now we're going to add water. Increase the heat. Mind you, to say about the water, you've got to add a little for now. Then we're adding cinnamon powder. And then you have cardamom powder. Keep mixing it. Mix it. Then you may need to add more water. I'll tell you why. Let me first add the rice and I'll tell you why. Drain off the water. Add your rice. Now, remember I told you I would tell you why you may need to add more water or less? Because when you add your water, things will change. I mean, when you add your rice, things just change. Now, I could see we need more water. It's always also depends on how big pan you have, a pot, and what's the quantity. We added a lot of water, which is nice. Now, let everything get flavored with our spices and the chicken and everything there. Leave it there until it starts boiling, and then we continue our recipe. We'll get back to you shortly. Welcome, and we are back after 35 minutes, and it's almost ready. Now we have to beat it. That's why we call it Madrooba. Madrooba is being beaten. Some people has they call it the electric masher, and I'm having the manual masher. I'm going to mash it. Do it slowly. Yeah. Don't go harsh on it, and don't go hard. Bear with it. Since you're doing this, you need to add the salt with it. Because remember earlier, I didn't put the salt. I said we put slowly in it as we go. Anyway, all over the kitchen is fine. That looks beautiful, actually. See how Madrooba is going. It's going smoothly. Nice. As expected. Follow the recipes always. Now I'm going to add more salt in there. The rest of it, and a little bit of colors. Need color in there. It was actually one of my favorite things to do in the kitchen with my mom. I've always been asking to do this while she's doing something else, and it was fun to have it beaten. It's just remind me of mashed potatoes, haris. Haris also doing the same thing, but with haris we go harder because we have beef in there, which is more tough than chicken. Now you see it's smooth. It's going smooth. Not too oily, not too watery, not too dry. Just perfect, as you see it. Up to here, we're done with it. Now, time to plate it. Certainly need. I'm glad I didn't put the called the whole spices and the boned chicken, because it's gonna be a hard time to remove it and take it out, and it's gonna be a long process, which is much easier to put grinded spices and boneless chicken. It makes it more easier. We're going to make it more deeper in the middle. And this is, by the way, ghee. Makes life easier, and maybe you want to make shape, you can make shape, and you want to make designs. It depends on how much time you have. Now we're done with our madrooba. There you go. Welcome back, and now we have done our main dish, and now we're going for our second dish for today, which is Jilab. We're doing it, which is made of sario seeds, chili, and flour. So now we have to prepare this. I have sario seeds, then I have water, I have sugar, and also I have the mixed spices for the Jilab itself is turmeric powder, cumin powder, coriander powder, and nuts in there. There's an almond broken there, and that's it. And here I have ginger powder, and I have flour. It's so easy to go with and easy to make. It wouldn't take that long. Let's start with starting the heat on the stoves. And then let me add the water there. It can be in either ways. It could be here and there, no problem. Okay. And then followed by sario seeds. It's actually two tiny cups, actually small ones, but once you put them in the water, they get big. Going to add a little bit more water. Then you don't add water until you really need water later. Now, let me add also the sugar. Add the sugar. You can see how sweet it is. This dish actually is very good and very nice, very healthy, very thick, and it's very actually heavy. It's good for breakfast, and it's good also for sahur. That's when you really want to sleep. You will have a small bowl or one plate, and you're good for the next day. Let's go here. I'm going to add the flour here, and then let's mix it, and we're going to not burn it, we're going to fry it, right? And we've got to burn it a little bit and add some ginger powder into it. It's your choices. If you want it too spicy, you can go for 3 teaspoons, or just 1 teaspoon is enough actually, or 1.5. And if you want it spicy, you can add more. Also, you can add also black pepper if you want to give it that kick, you know, for spicy. Now the color is turning a little bit. In a bit, I'm going to add the oil. Here, yeah, the water is and sugar. It's there. Right, we'll come back to you. Stay there. Now you need to take care of this flour. I'm going to add oil. And until it gets goldish, brownish, it will change the color, not remain white anymore. Then won't be that long in here because we don't want to burn it, because if you do that, it will be dark, very dark. You don't want that, because remember we have spices there to make it darker. And also check your first mix. If you think it's too heavy, then you can add more water. But I think I have added enough water in here, so we'll let it go. Then I'm going to add this to this in a bit. Just make sure it's all good here. Now make sure this is okay, all good here. We're done with this one. Now I'm going to add this to this. I'm going to add sario seeds and sugar to this mix that I have done here. You stay there. You come with me. Just being safe, not to burn yourself. Right. Mix it. Make sure it won't stick in the pan, because keep mixing it. Keep mixing it. Keep mixing it. Now we're going to add the spices. Going to add 2 tablespoons of spices. And if you want it to be spicy, you can add black pepper. So is the sugar. If you want it to be sweet, you can add. Smells good. And about the nuts, the almond, crushed almond, you can add if you like it. If you like to be more, you can add, no problem. And if you're fine in whatever you have put in, then it's fine. Now I see it is too thick. If you see it too thick, then you add water. It shouldn't be too thick. And it shouldn't be too watery. You see how beautiful it is? See the color? And it's ready. Now we're going to plate it. That was it for today's episode. Our Jilab is ready, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.